Good morning. Today's another truck day. Should be doing something important like an oil change or fixing my exhaust that's hanging down, but today's gonna be working on the camping shower because I don't know, because I feel like it, so go fuck yourself. Want to do a quick run around of how it works and then what I gotta do today, and then I'm gonna get it together hopefully and then run it. I don't have the actual shower head. I realized that it's packed up and in Sarah's basement, so for now I'm just gonna get the important part, the water heating and circulation part done. So this is what we got. Just using a 5-gallon bucket, cheap lids, drill some holes. My feed and return coming from the engine bay for heat. The return just goes into the bucket. I have a circulation pump that I will find a way to either mount or mount it in a way that it can be removed, so I don't have to leave this on here. Obviously winter's coming, I don't need this to be freezing up, so I need a way to add and remove this so the water doesn't freeze and crack everything. But this pumps the water out of the bucket up to the engine to heat and then back to the bucket. So that'll get mounted back here. I have my on-off switch, I got my fittings, my plumbing, my wiring. The hoses come down and around. They go under the truck and they run up to the engine bay. I have installed a, man, sorry about the lighting and the sun, but we'll do it this way. Heat exchanger. I'm taking coolant from the engine into the heat exchanger, back out of the heat exchanger to the truck's heater core, and then back to the engine. In exchange, I run the water for the shower parallel to that, and it heats the water up. Engine runs at like whatever, 180, 200 degrees, so I can get up to 200 degree water out of it. I've already run and tested this before. It's plenty warm. It gets hotter than you can stand, and I can get very comfortable, which you would normally take in-house shower times in like less than 10 minutes of engine running from ice cold to get a running shower. If the engine's already hot, it takes like seconds to circulate the water. So that's what I got there. Oh, I got a little bit of a small power distribution from my old car stereo days collection, but high fuse, smaller fuse, nothing special. This runs straight back ground power to the back of the truck, and then that's it. They're currently hanging down here. This all got chopped and broken when, sorry, low battery there. I was saying this all got chopped and broken when the truck bed was removed and I built the flatbed, so this is the first time it's getting put back together. And I'm just going to clean up these wires, extend the wire loom up, bring this up to where the pump goes, and then get this all done. I won't bore you with all the details. I'm just gonna put it all together and then probably show it once it's finished, and then maybe I'll run the truck and circulate some water and check some temperatures. I'm also gonna work on a better water temperature setup so that it's just easy and ready to roll for me when I'm camping. It's easier to, like, what I've learned is pick a temperature you like and then use a thermometer just to know when the water's there, as opposed to like trying to use your hand to judge it, because, like, you know, when you're in the shower you constantly adjusting the water back and forth. You don't have that option here. You have to pick a target temperature and just do it. So I'll get that set up so it's easy for me to check the temperatures, and then that'll be it. Thankfully I don't have the shower head here, so I can't torture you with showing you it working in action. So I'm sorry you won't be able to see me take a shower today. I know it's what you really wanted in life, but we'll just get this up to temperature and see where we're at. All right, we got this wired back up again. I have everything just hanging here for testing. I haven't decided exactly how I'm gonna mount everything. I don't want to permanently mount it, so I think I need like a small project box or some kind of like Tupperware or something where I can put all this in and then move it later. I was able to fix up this junction here, solder, and then heat shrink this back together so I can tuck this back in the loom, and then you know, or secure this also it's not dragging. I went and put it up through the actual bed here. I was going to put a disconnect switch here. I have a disconnect connector, I should say. I have this automotive connector here. I save all the ones off my old cars, so I have it here. That would be perfect. This way I can disconnect and disconnect this waterproof. Fucking mosquitoes. But then I realized that I ran out of the size of heat shrink that I needed for that smaller wire. Too small, too big. So I decided just to wire it directly for now, and then I can do it later, because I didn't want to mess up this this plug and wires for something and I have to keep recutting it and redoing it. So I'll wait until I get the right size heat shrink. I use a bunch of it, so I'll just burn out of it. So then I did that, but then I remembered I have this stuff which you have to get. It's an absolute must get. Liquid tape. It's just a liquid rubber, liquid electrical tape, and you just put it over top of your solder joints, and it just dries like, you know, like the actual wire sheathing would. So it works perfect for that kind of stuff. I know that looks a little silver, but that's just the color mixing in there, but it does a great job to seal the wires, and it's great for car stuff because it waterproofs it. And even with you know, electrical tape or heat shrink, unless you get the really expensive stuff, it doesn't really, you know, case in point, like here, it never really completely seals. You always have like little gaps that electrical liquid electrical tape works great for stuff that's going to be out in the weather like this. So anyway, that's what I got for now. I'm going to set this up and test it. Sarah's actually going to stop by, so she's bringing the bin that has the shower in it, so we can give this a good test. But for now, this is going to just stay here, and I think this is going to get the old zip tie treatment for the time being to get us through this trip, and then I'll work on a better container that I can mount on here and get a better system going. So I will fill it with water, and then we will check some temperatures and see how it goes. Alright, we're set up good enough here for a quick test. I got the phone up for a timer, and then I got the meter out for temperature of the water. I just filled the bucket up, so 5 gallons worth at 73.5. On and off switch. You can hear that pump running. I don't know if we can catch any bubbles. I kind of got all the air already out of the system, so it's not easy to see, but yeah, I'm not going to pull it out, put some air in there, but it's circulating there. So I'm going to go ahead and fire the truck up and see how long this takes to get up to a reasonable temperature. I'm going to be watching the temperature here, and then I have my infrared here. We can watch the actual temperature of the heat exchanger, and then the computer will tell me what the engine's running at. So, you know, nothing like a couple $1,000 worth of test equipment to check a $3 zip tied together circulating pump. Here we go. Alright, we're about 5.5 minutes in. Temperature's already starting to go up. Remember, we started at 73. So now we're at 80. This is all in degrees Fahrenheit, so you can see right there that's starting to nicely climb up. I can check our engine temp too while we're here. Engine thinks that the head is 143 degrees. Back to our timer. Front. Heat exchanger climbing pretty fast, 120 degrees. So that's getting some good heat in it. It's warm and cold in different places. Getting there, it's getting some temperature on it. So yeah, see, now we're already at 87, 88. 6.5 minutes. So we'll let this run and I'll chime back in when we're about up to about 180, 85 where I like to have it for my showers. Alright, I'm back. I'm an idiot. 9.5 going on 10 minutes, 104 degrees. I don't know where I got 185 degrees from. That's entirely too hot. I think we're looking for 110 degrees to 115 degrees for shower temperature, because I'm just checking the water by hand and it's already really warm. Like, that's what I would be looking for temperature wise, like right here. So I think we can safely call it at 10 minutes at shower temperature. That's, you know, from an ice cold bucket of water and a completely cold engine. This engine hasn't ran in, well, since Wednesday when I finished the brakes and the rear axles up. So there we are, 110 at 10 minutes, basically good enough for the shower already. We'll check our temperatures up front again. I don't know why I keep calling Celsius. So 140 degrees on the heat exchanger-ish. Engine's still barely throwing up the temperature. It's still quite cold. So even not even that. Let me shut that thing off so I can talk normal. Even at not even a full temperature, it already comes up pretty quick. So, all right, we'll see what happens from here. All right, today is tomorrow. I got distracted by the girls and a bottle of whiskey, so I'm finishing this up today. I just wanted to set up and test and show the shower. This is the actual shower head there. This is the pump that goes into the bucket that we've warmed with the engine. This, the shower head, I had a mount for it hanging on the truck. I gotta dig that up, it's in the bin somewhere, but this is just for, so you get the idea of it. And then you know, I have like a shower tent thing here, a little privacy tent that you can get in, and then it's electric, so you just kick that on and then you get your shower water. You can adjust your flow down to like a dribble or all the way up. Works pretty good. It's a decent amount of water. What we found was get about 2 5-minute showers out of a 5-gallon bucket, so it's pretty good. It's enough. One 5-gallon bucket warmed up is enough for 2 people to take a decent shower, so it's pretty good for, you know, a bucket of water a day for shower, and, you know, whatever else water you want, stuff you want to rinse off the truck or dishes or whatever like that. So it works pretty good. Usually fill up a bucket or 2, put it on the back there for when we go camping, so we have what we need plus a little bit of extra water. And it's nice too to get it from get the city water in there, because it's like got the chlorine in this potable. I don't have to worry about it growing funk while we're out. And yeah, so that's it. I'll get this tidied up a little bit, like I said, get a project box and get a better mount for this, but it works good enough for us to take our trip next weekend, and then I'll polish it up as we get a little closer to it. And yeah, that's all I got.